Hello everybody, what's poppin'? I'm Ted, and as you can see, we're back with another video. But this time around, it's not an interview. It's not a podcast either. It's the PickEms. There's 3 days and 22 hours. Well, 3 days and 22 hours until the start of the challenger stage. And yeah, I've been really well. I haven't really been lazy. We've just been really busy with the final days of the We Play Academy League, so I haven't really had a lot of time to do those, but now we're gonna do it. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this one. Probably the moment you're watching this video, I've done them the day before, but yeah, looking forward to this. I was actually thinking about doing them off camera and then doing the video just explaining why I did things, but then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna improvise. I'm just gonna record everything and make my decisions on the fly. Now obviously we need I think we need, okay, yeah, it says we need 5 correct pick and predictions for the challenger stage, so we just need 5 correct picks here to be able to go through. We don't need every single one of them. So a strategy that I've been using pretty much every single time I've done those is just never put the best teams in the trio, and I think at this point everyone's doing that. I've been doing that since the first pick'ems I've done a couple years ago. So that means, I guess, getting it started. I guess teams like Vitality and Cloud9, you just need to put in to go through, because 99.999% of the time they're probably going to be able to make it through to the other stage. I'm pretty confident in that. Obviously, Vitality did lose against Astralis in a Blast game, but I don't really feel like this 1 BO3 changes the entire, way that everything's been working out. And if I'm not mistaken, that showdown was online as well. So yeah, this is a LAN, completely different environment. Vitality have been really good on LAN the past couple months. Cloud9, I guess no explanation needed. I feel like they are the second best team to Vitality in this stage, and a team that could make it all the way into the playoffs of the major as well. So yeah, I don't think that there's too much doubt in those boys. They've been playing some great CS since their 70-day prac marathon, I guess you could call it, without any officials. They've had some break, obviously, but yeah, there was a long period of time where they haven't really played a lot of games, but they've put a lot of offline time in the server, and obviously in pracs as well, and it shows. Okay, so it's actually really bad, because those are the only 2 teams that I'm 100% confident about. Now, moving forward, obviously, I feel like a team like Outsiders could be a comfortable pick to go with as well as a number 3. I think Outsiders and Furia are 2 teams that you can put on. Now, I'd even say that Furia, actually, I have a little bit more faith in them, even though I don't really see them, making it into a deep run and trying out for the trophy itself. They are a team that normally on majors plays well. And they're a good team in terms of, making it into the playoffs most of the time, or at least making a deep run into the legend stage. It was the next one. Yeah, the champion stage is the playoffs. But yeah, they've been a good team in those games. Do I think they're playing the best CS that they've ever played? No. Do I think that they're still capable of winning those games, and they're going to get the boost on, playing on LAN, playing in front of the big crowd? Yes, absolutely. I think that's maybe one of the main reasons I'm putting in Outsiders as well. Although Outsiders have been playing some nice CS recently, in my opinion. I've liked the additions of Fame and Norbert. Obviously, Norbert used to be a bit of an entry fragger when he did play on K23. Now he doesn't really get that, so it's a bit tougher for him, I guess, because he's had to change some roles and some of the things that he's been doing in the server, but it's really good still for them. They've had some good results recently. Fame as well, I think, has been stepping it up. He's been playing some great CS, and I think overall you have to have faith in James that on LAN he's gonna do well. So they are a team that I feel like is gonna make it through. Do I think that there is a chance for them not to? Yes, but I still think they will. Now, this is when it gets tough. Obviously, I want to have a lot of faith in Fnatic as well. I think this Fnatic lineup has looked good, even though there's been, some shaky results for them in terms of, playing the best teams in the world. I feel like this Fnatic roster looks to me, at least, well, it doesn't in terms of the players, but in terms of, results and how things have been going, it looks really similar to the Cloud9 that we had in 2018 and 2017. You know, the one that won the major. I'm not saying that those guys can win the major. I don't think they can, considering how good everybody else is. But they are a team that's a really good gatekeeper, and they are losing to the teams that are above them. They are losing to the Vitalities, the Cloud9s, the Navis, the FaZes. They're probably not gonna upset those guys, but they've been really solid when they've played lesser teams than them. So playing against some of the best teams in the world, okay, you've been struggling, but playing against a lot of the teams that are actually in this challenger stage, they haven't really been going through bad results. So I feel like this could be a good shout. I think Fnatic is a good shout to actually go through and make it into the legend stage. Now it becomes really tough for me. Obviously, for the O3 pick, I'm really sorry to all the OCs, but I can't not pick Greyhound in this one. I just feel like they're not on the level of a lot of the other teams. I don't think this is their fault in terms of, you know, they haven't really had the chance to get as much experience in EU, but I still don't. I did watch the Asia RMR, and I wasn't really impressed by Greyhound. I don't think they're going to be able to pick up victories. Even if they play in an 0-2 game against IHC, I still don't know if things are going to work out. Now, there's 2 spots left here, and then I have that 3-0 spot left. I was actually thinking about it. I'm thinking who I want to put in my 3-0. Now, obviously, in my 3-0, I don't want to put a team that I think has a really big chance in making it through. I want to put a team that has a decent chance at having a Cinderella run and that I think could do well. I was thinking about Gamer Legion, to be fair. But then I think Gamer Legion are playing some solid CS, but they don't really have a lot of experienced individuals in front of a crowd and at a major. So I will save them up for now. I'm not going to say they're not going to make it through. I'm completely improvising with this one, by the way. I'm thinking of all of it right now. Just looking at the teams, I haven't really had too big of a thought about it. Yeah, I guess I have those 5. I'm pretty positive that they're gonna make it through. I want to put OG in. I actually like OG a lot. I think it's a team that a lot of people don't really give the credit to. I think Nexa is a wonderful IGL. I think he's really good. He's a really smart guy that knows how to get the best out of his players, and he has one of the best players in the best young and upcoming players. Obviously, Dexter is already a tier 1 oper, so that's gonna play a big factor. We remember what he did last time around with Team Spirit at the last major, making semifinals. He was an absolute beast. So I feel like OG should have an alright time going through this stage. And then for the last pick, I was actually thinking, okay, so IHC, I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. I don't think it's going to happen for 0-0 Nation either. So those 2, I write them off. I really want to put EG just because, I'm Bulgarian and all of that, but I would really be happy to be wrong about EG, but I just feel like there's other choices that are a little bit more, safe to go for right now. I think I haven't really been sold on the idea. I believe they can do some damage. I believe they can beat some teams and potentially cause an upset. But I even looked at the calculator, the matchups, but the first round games are so hard, so that one doesn't really help. I think they will play against Vitality if they beat IHC, and yeah, I don't really see that one happening. So I guess they can make it through, but it's not going to be a 3-0. And if I had to go for another team that's going to make it through, I'm thinking about either Imperial, because obviously they're going to get the boost of the crowd, and that matters a lot. I'm thinking about Big potentially, and I'm not sure how BNE are going to do in front of the crowd. This is the only reason I'm not going for the BNE boys, by the way. I still believe, I still don't think they're going to make it through. But with the crowd as well, I don't really have a lot of faith. That's the reason I don't have a lot of faith in Mouse as well. I don't think 9Z will make it through. So I'm pretty much left with Big and Imperial, actually. And you know what? I'm gonna put my faith in. I'm gonna put my faith in the big boys, I guess. You know what? If you ask me, I prefer Imperial. So just for the sake of it, though, I'm gonna go for Imperial just because I prefer Imperial right now. Actually, I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna put Gamer Legion 3-0 first, and then think about it, because I think Gamer Legion is a good team that's shown a lot potential, and they could potentially make it through. But if they do, it's gonna be. I think they're a team that has the potential to go 3-0 and potentially have a good run through. But for my last team, I literally cannot decide between Big and Imperial. You know what? I think both these teams are gonna be really tough to play in a BO3 environment, but I still have some more faith in Imperial, I guess, because of the magnitude of the games. And I think simply because it's a Brazilian major, you got to put them in because those guys will want to go into the legend stage. I think that the chances of them making it into the legend stage are lower than they were 1 year ago. Oh, well, 6 months ago. I think Big actually might have decent chances. I think all of these teams actually have decent chances. Maybe bar IHC. I'd say the rest could cause an upset, but yeah, I'm gonna go for Imperial just because it's a Brazilian major, and yeah, it's done. Those are my pick'ems. I'm not gonna be changing these ones, I promise. Well, if I do, I'm gonna post it on Twitter, but I don't think I will. I'll stick to that. I'm pretty certain I should be alright with those 5. Or maybe Greyhound as well. So Imperial and Gamer Legion, they're kind of like my wild picks in this. But yeah, making it a little bit interesting. Let me know what you went for and what you think about my pick'ems. And I guess I'll see you for the Legend Stage 1. Roll to the Diamond Coin, baby.